Hey guys, this is Mani Karthik here. Welcome to another episode. In this episode, we will talk about 5 cool tools and apps that I use in my daily life to make my work happen as a blogger, as an entrepreneur. So let's take a look. Great. So you probably know that I work out of my home office, as you see behind me, and I'm the only employee here in my home office. Most of my employees work remotely, which means that they're either in Delhi or in the US or in Singapore, and they work together with me, collaborating through online tools. And these tools that I'm going to mention you today are the ones that we use predominantly. But just before going into those list of tools, let me tell you a little bit about how I work. We strongly believe in a remote workforce. What that means is we don't have to see ourselves every day. We don't have to commute to an office. We don't sit in one confined space, but we're all spread out all over the world. And I hire people based on talent, and sometimes it's not possible to find talent in just one place. So wherever I find talent, I hire them and I let them work from there. And we use these tools to enable us to work together. And I think distributed workforce is the way to go in the future. And I know some of you might disagree with me, and I totally understand. Of course, there are disadvantages of working with a remote team. What that means is sometimes if you don't find the right kind of talent, people might slack off and it might hit your productivity. But provided you find the right people who have the same kind of wavelength and understanding as you and are committed to the same kind of projects, I think it's so much more easier to work together in a collaborative online environment, because you don't have to show up in the same place every day. You can save a lot on commute time. You don't have to buy a physical office space or anything like that. There are so many advantages, and I think this is the future. So anyways, let me know in comments if collaborative distributed workforce is the way to go, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. Awesome. So let's go into our tools today. So the number one tool that I most commonly use is called Asana. It's on asana.com. The link is in the description. Basically, it's a project management tool, and I use it to put all my projects together and make sure that we have a lot of queue and all the projects are in place and somebody is taking care of stuff and making sure that things don't get left out. So it's essentially a project management tool where development tasks, articles, SEO tasks, and all of these things goes into different lists, and there's always somebody who is associated with it, and there are subtasks and other people who's also involved, like teams, and it goes as a whole management is done on asana.com. And I strongly recommend you trying it out. It's a free tool. I haven't paid for it ever since I've been using, but it's probably one of the most used tool in our kitty right now. And I know that they have a upgraded version which allows you to do a lot more cooler stuff. Fortunately or unfortunately, I haven't grown up to that level right now. We have a very small team, so we just need the free version. It just works like a charm. Do check it out. It's asana.com, Asana. It's an amazing project management tool. Okay, the second tool that I have is called Messengerify, or MFY for short. It's available on mfy.im. It's an amazing little tool, but a secret weapon in my kitty that will help me to grow my list of subscribers and readers on my blogs. You probably already know this, that email is dying, and the response on email, the open rates on email is very disheartening these days, because people are they're aware that there's email marketing, and whenever you put in your email somewhere, you're supposed to be getting a lot of spam emails and everything. So people don't read emails that much as they used to back in those days. So email is losing its charm, and that's where MFY kind of a tool that comes in. Basically what it does is it can put a simple widget on your blog, just like the like button that you have on many blogs, but instead of like, it will be called subscribe, or subscribe to updates, or keep me updated, or something like that. But basically it's just a clickable button, and what it does is when somebody clicks on it and subscribes to the blog, basically you are able to send them messages through Facebook Messenger. So that's a brilliant way to get a lot of attention, because people read everything that comes on Facebook as notification, including whatever comes on Messenger. So provided you do it by the way that Facebook suggests or Facebook lays out, then it's an amazing way to get attention and grow your email list, because everybody is on Facebook and it automatically picks you up whenever that person comes to your blog, provided he's logged in on Facebook, and it would show your profile picture right beneath the button, and all it takes for him is to just click on that button and just boom, subscribe. And ever since I've been using this on my blog, my subscriptions have gone has taken a nice hockey stick curve. So I strongly recommend if you're a blogger or somebody who owns a website, To try MFY, it's on mfy.im. The link is in the description. And basically, it's a tool that will help you to grow your subscribers like crazy. The good thing here is that not many people know about this. I work very closely with the guys who are actually making this tool. So I'm very excited about this product. I think it's going to take off. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. It's mfy.im, MFY for Messengerify. Great. The third tool that I use on a daily basis is called SEMRush. You probably already know this if you know a little bit of SEO because it's a well-known tool. But I've been using SEMRush for the last, 10 years or so. Maybe not 10, but at least 5-6 years. I'm on the 199 Guru plan at the moment, and it's probably worth the money that I'm spending because the kind of data you get on SEMrush is nothing like any other tool. And that comes from a person like me who's tried many other tools out there. I've tried everything from Conductor to enterprise level SEO to something as nimble and simple as Moz or Ninja or Raven or any of those SEO tools. I've tried them all, but I think SEMrush has clear advantage over many of the other tools, which means that their data is more accurate, their updates are very timely, and they have a great community behind them, which means that you can always ask questions, get answers, and the tool itself is used by a lot of people. So there is hardly anything that is very hard for you to understand. It's pretty much taken care of, and I love the tool. I've been using it for the last 6-7 years, and it's amazing. I think it's worth every penny. So if you're a SEO junkie, forget all those little small tools that lets you, sum of the data. But if you need real insights out of SEO, then try SEMrush. For example, it tells you, what is your best keywords on the website, which are the keywords that you're losing ranks for, which are the pages that are doing really well on your website. And also it lets you track competition and also even backlinks and a lot of other stuff that regular SEO tools don't allow you to. So check out semrush.com. The link is in the description. The fourth tool is probably very popular. It's called MailChimp. It's basically an email marketing tool. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, MailChimp is, really a basic tool, isn't it? Is what you're probably thinking. Well, my take on MailChimp is that I know it's a very simple tool. It's probably built for masters. It's not very deep. It's not very integrated. It's not tech heavy as such. But that's the beauty of MailChimp. And I've tried everything from Constant Contact to SendGrid to, Pardot and something as simple as Sendy and, very nimble email marketing tools. But the problem with most of these tools is that it's very hard to use. The moment you go to an enterprise level tool, it's very hard to use. The UX is different. There's too many buttons. You almost feel like you're a pilot sitting in a, cockpit, and there's too many things to manage. And for someone who manages multiple projects, it's very difficult for me to manage all of these. There's always something that goes broken. But MailChimp, I'm used to it. I like the UX. It's very simple to use, and it's very easy for me to manage my projects within MailChimp. Currently, I'm on the $150 plan where I have all of my projects rolled into one place, and they have a 2,000 subscribers limit beyond which you have to pay it, and I'm gladly paying for it, and I think it's worth the money. Of course, there are disadvantages. It's not very deep. There are some features that are missing which are available in some of the enterprise tools, but that's okay for whatever it provides. I think it's really it saves me a lot of time actually, so that's what I'm paying for. So MailChimp is my favorite email marketing tool. The last tool that I want to recommend today is Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets. It goes without saying because that is kind of the backbone of so many of the work that I'm doing, because it's kind of the glue between different tools. Every time there's an Excel sheet export, it goes to Google Drive. Every time there's an article or some kind of textual content, it goes to Google Docs. And I don't think any of us can avoid Google Docs and Sheets these days. It's just very, very, very useful. And I've been a Microsoft user before, like maybe 5-6 years back, and I've been using that for the longest time I've thought. But the thing with Microsoft is that it's very system dependent, and if I move my system, if I go to a laptop, if I go for work somewhere else or use somebody else's machine, it becomes very difficult for me to manage. And that's the biggest advantage I have with Google Docs or Google Drive, so to speak, because I can use it on my laptop, on my computer, on my mobile phone. It's the same seamless experience. And I know that some of the features are missing there, which is available on Microsoft Word or Excel, but that's okay. I don't use those kind of hardcore number crunching and that kind of stuff, or any macros or those level of advanced uses. But for whatever I do, I think Google Docs and Google Sheets is amazing, and I I owe it to Google for making it possible. And it's come a long way. Like if you think about when it was launched, it was very basic from, doing the basic stuff. And now it's come to a very robust place where, it does a lot of stuff than what it used to do before. So yeah, I'm very happy using Google Docs and Google Sheets. All right, guys, so there you have it. Asana, Messengerify, SEMRush, MailChimp, and Google Drive or Google Docs and Google Sheets. These are my 5 favorite or probably the most popular and most used tools in my kitty right now, but there are other stuff too, which I will talk about in another video. Let me know in comments which are your favorite tools. If you have used any of these, what are your thoughts on it? And I would like to know. Also, let me know if you work in a collaborative environment, if you have remote teams working for you. I'd like to know what are the tools that you use as well. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked the video. Do subscribe and like. This is Mani Karthik signing off.